Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Bid Ready series. In partnership with ESD's GoSemi and the Division of Minority and Women's Business Development Offices, we aim to provide resources to get firms contract ready. So today we are welcoming AECOM Tishman to partake in the Bid Ready series. So following our welcome, we will have a brief overview of the Bid Ready series and go over some ESD resources. Today, as I said, we will have a presentation from AECOM Tishman. After, we will review questions from our guests gathered upon registration and here in our Q&A feature. So feel free to write a question at any time in the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen. And after Q&A, ESD will share some upcoming events, resources, and we will close. So just as a reminder, since today is a webinar, our chat feature is off. But if you are having any issues or have a question, please message the moderator. So that could be myself or Brendan. Just to ask your question, and we will do our best to respond. Just so you know, no AI tools will be permitted today, and they will be removed by us. By entering the room, you are agreeing to be recorded, and you agree to be courteous to all individuals in this room. As a reminder, please be sure to change your display name to your first and last name, especially if you are using a phone. Please note the views presented in today's webinar are those of the speaker and do not necessarily represent the views of ESD, or the New York State government. If you are not already familiar with Bid Ready is aimed at supporting small businesses, MWBEs, and SDVOBs become bid ready as New York State enters a massive era of development. There are many requirements needed to be successful on a large-scale project. Bid Ready bridges the resource gap. Join us as we provide resources to demystify what can be a complex process, facilitate conversations with experienced prime contractors, and answer your questions. Joining today are representatives from ESD's Division of Minority and Women's Business Development team. They are here to help you navigate these challenges. Please feel free to reach out to them individually after our event today. So ESD has many resources to help you and your business become prepared to work on larger contracts. We are here to support you. The links to all of these resources are on the bottom of our Bid Ready webpage. We will add that to the chat for you to look when you have a moment. But a little bit about them. We have our Capital Access Program, which is a loan loss portfolio insurance program designed to increase financing opportunities. There are entrepreneurship assistance centers, or EACs, located throughout the state that provide instruction, training, technical assistance, and support services. There are small business development centers that provide no-cost, confidential, one-on-one business advisement, training, and research. There is a manufacturing extension program that focuses on small and mid-sized manufacturers. And a partner of this project is our GoSemi office, which is focused on the semiconductor expansion throughout New York State. So before we get started, there are a couple of additional events coming up that we wanted to highlight for you. One of them is a Bid Ready webinar happening tomorrow. So if you are enjoying these webinars, please join us tomorrow on August 19th at 1 p.m. with Surety Bond Associates. They will be talking about financial statements and work in progress reports. So that is tomorrow. Registration is on our webpage. Additional events for Bid Ready happening in September. September 3rd, we have McKissick and McKissick coming on to talk about the Hard Rock Metropolitan Park. September 9th, Rodriguez Construction Group will join us. And September 23rd, Surety Bond Associates will come on again to discuss financial management and New York State Contractor Financing Program. We also have pop-up series throughout the state, so registration is required for these events. And on September 9th, North Country will be having a pop-up. This is an in-person event. And September 15th, Western New York will also be having a pop-up. So if you're in those regions, please feel free to sign up for those. Okay. On Tuesday, August 25th, we are having a in-person event in Syracuse called Chips and Bricks. Registration is also required for this. You will have the opportunity to meet with different prime contractors such as Bechtel, Gilbane, DOT, and various other organizations that are doing large-scale development throughout central New York specifically. So feel free to join us if you are in the Syracuse area or happen to be. Again, registration for this is on our webpage and it is required. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing and pass to Brendan, who will introduce today's facilitator.
Thank you, Daniela. My name is Brendan Regan. I'm the Director of Contract Participation with the division. I'll also be facilitating the Q&A a little later in the webinar. But for now, I'd like to introduce Michael Arroyo and Javi Guzman from AECOM Tishman.
Hey, hi, good morning, everyone. So my name is Mike Arroyo. Give me one sec, guys. I was totally caught off guard with that quick introduction. But hi, I'm back. So good morning, everyone. My name is Mike Arroyo. I am the Director of Compliance and Community Engagement for Tishman Construction. And I'm thrilled to be here with you all today. As many of you, can you please start the slideshow, Brendan?
Hold on one moment, that is me. Apologies, I'm having just a technical issue.
No worries. We're here. We're happy to be here, and we have a lot of information to share with the audience. So take your time, and it gives Javi and I just a little more time to just warm up and get ready to share the information that we've been holding back from the contracting community for a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. We've been sharing with this information wherever we are.
Do you want me to see if I can pull it up, Daniela?
Yeah, my apologies. I'm working on it, but if you can, that'd be great.
You got it.
The reason we would like to share the slideshow with the audience is because it has a lot of information that they can capture if they don't get it via word of mouth. So that's the importance of the slideshow. So I just want to make sure the audience is aware. Now that it's fully up. Okay, so my name is Mike Arroyo. I'm the Director of Community Engagement and Compliance for Tishman. Next slide, please. As many of you know, AECOM Tishman has been a proud leader in the construction industry for over 125 years. Next slide, please. We've had the incredible opportunity to work on some of the nation's most iconic buildings, from the redevelopment of the World Trade Center. Next slide, please. To the redevelopment of the J.P. Morgan headquarters in Midtown Manhattan. What truly sets us apart is the new Terminal 1 at JFK. Our commitment has brought together people from all walks of life. Please, previous slide. Just moving along too quickly. It's okay. Keep it at JFK. A big part of our success comes from our amazing partnerships, especially with organizations like ESD. Together, we've tackled numerous projects providing support and guidance to minority and women-owned businesses and SDVOBs, which is something we're truly passionate about. I'm particularly excited to share that one of our largest projects, New Terminal 1 at JFK, has achieved the highest level of MWB partnership ever recorded for a public-private project in New York State. That means real dollars being invested in businesses that truly represent the heart and soul of New York. Now let's talk, next slide, please. Now let's talk about what's coming up. We have some exciting projects on the horizon, and I want to make sure you're all in the loop. We're actively looking for trade contractors and service providers in a variety of areas, including concrete superstructure, carpentry, electrical, metal panels, plumbing, fire alarm. I mean, the whole list is in front of you. And these are just some of the things that we're currently looking for now. So if you're interested in these trades or have anything that you'd like to get in contact with us about, my name is Michael Arroyo, and I'll gladly share my direct information at the end of the webinar. Um, Now let's move on to the guy you really want to talk to. It's Javi. Javi is the guy who's going to teach you how to get through our pre-qualification process so you can get bidding on our work. Javi, please.
Thank you, Mike. Good morning, everyone. As mentioned, my name is Javi Guzman, and I'm a pre-qualification analyst with AECOM Tishman. And I'm here today to give you a brief overview of our pre-qualification process. Tishman's pre-qualification application is found on an online platform called TradeTap. Some of you may be familiar with TradeTap, but to start off, I'll be listing off some benefits of using this platform. You guys can go to the next slide. Just to mention on this slide right here, that is my contact information, and as well as Mike's is on there as well. You can go to the next slide. One more. Yep, right there. Why use TradeTap as a subcontractor? No redundancies. Once you complete the application will be stored on the platform and can be used for other GCs other than Tishman. This means that other general contractors are going to have the ability to reach out to you, and that means more projects as well for yourself. Confidential and secure. TradeTap's secure platform safely protects the transmittal of your sensitive documents, unlike email or fax. Increased visibility. By signing up to TradeTap, you'll be joining the largest building network in construction. This means your company will be found for more projects. A really good benefit of completing the Tishman pre-qualification is that it doesn't just cover our current projects, it also covers any future projects. So once you complete it, we're going to have you in the system, and we can keep you there. And if a bid package comes up that you guys are a good fit for, we'll reach out to you guys directly. Next slide. TradeTap documentation requirements. TradeTap requests a variety of company information. To the left of the screen, you'll see it broken out in sections. So they're going to be a general section, context section, projects, integrity, safety, insurance, and so on. Some of the big ask items are the following. We will be requesting financial statements for the last 3 years. These financial statements can be compiled, reviewed, or audited. We will be requesting a work in progress report. We're looking for your most recent, so for this year, it'd be 2026 WIP report. We'll be requesting safety information. We'll be asking for 3 years EMR letters, OSHA 300 and 300A logs. We will be requesting surety letters. This is a good guide letter coming from your surety bonding company stating your single and your aggregate bonding limits. And lastly, we'll be looking for union letters. This union letter is basically a good guide letter stating that you guys are in good terms and up to date with your union dues. One big thing I wanted to mention is our pre-qualification application isn't just solely for subcontractors. We also have a separate one for suppliers and consultants. This gives us the ability to pre-qualify anyone that wants to do work with Tishman. This was just a quick and brief overview of our pre-qualification process. Thank you.
So, basically, thank you all so much for your time today. I'm really looking forward to working with you all and hopefully build something great in the state of New York. If you have any questions or there's anything you'd like to know about some of our upcoming projects or some of the upcoming opportunities, right now is the time. We're here for you, and if anyone needs to reach out to me directly, my email address is michael.arroyo@aecom.com, which I'll put in the chat as well. But for some of our Bronx work, you'll have Michael Levetto's our contact there. For Belmont Park, we have Karen Jala. For the museum, we also have Karen. And for the Tennis Association, we have Shanae Barnes. And for some of our things going on in Jersey, please reach out to the New Jersey Estimating at aecom.com email. And for pre-qualification, you met my good buddy Javi Guzman today, and his colleague Carmen Morales are always available to assist contractors when they need some help with the pre-qualification process.
Yes, and if you guys are looking to complete the Tishman pre-qualification, do reach out to us because it's an invite only. It's not something you can just go online and sign up for. You'll have to reach out to us. We'll send you guys an invitation, and it's a good way to get work. So don't be shy reaching out to us.
Yeah, it's an excellent resource to get work, like Javi mentioned, and again, just following up with us from time to time also, keeps you know, will get you an earlier reminder of what we have coming up. Not everything is always, we don't always have a webinar to share all of our information, but, an email or a phone call or text, you get right to us.
Great. Great. Thank you. So it looks like we do have a couple pre-submitted questions, and then we'll get to the Q&A from the live guests here. Go ahead and start. Typically on your projects, cleaning, is that bid as one package, or is that phased by building or floor, or does it depend on the project itself?
Typically we bid it as one package. The only way we may differentiate is, from the trailers to the actual, construction site. Though that's where we may differentiate. Or we may split the packages into.
Great. And kind of in the same vein as that one, for cleaning packages, is payment and performance bonds required for that scope of work?
That's a good question. I don't have the answer to that right now, but I believe so. For all our prime tier contracts, for a bond is required.
Yeah, we mostly look for bonds for almost all our projects.
Thank you, Javi.
Perfect. And so for subs who perform well, how does AECOM Tishman approach ongoing partnerships across your portfolio? They're building for the long term and want to know how to go about that.
I mean, if the contractor performs well, we're getting opportunities on our bid list is getting opportunity bid. It's, we're pretty much fair across the boards. If you did well, you bid on the next one. And even if you don't, you're still going to bid on the next one if you want to.
Yeah.
So we don't close the door.
Perfect. Do you have any upcoming subcontracting opportunities for MWB, DBE firms, particularly in the commercial cleaning, janitorial, and post-construction final cleaning services? And what is the best way to connect with the prime contractors for these opportunities?
Well, for that opportunity, we will be the prime contractor. So you're in the right webinar. Just take a look at the list of contacts we put up earlier. Michael Lovetto, he has, for the Bronx projects we have going on, he has that opportunity is available. So you reach out to Michael Lovetto, and we'll guide you over to Javi and get you bidding. And
I did want to mention that anyone who wants to do work with Tishman needs to be pre-qualified. So the first step is always reaching out to me or Carmen or Mike and just letting us know, like, you're interested in this type of work. You send me, your email. I send you an invitation, because without being pre-qualified, you're not going to get onto any Tishman project. Once you're pre-qualified, you kind of give us a portfolio of the work that you do, and we'll look through TradeTap and say, we're looking for someone to do janitor work. We'll reach out to you, and we can put you on the bid package. That's kind of the process of getting into a Tishman project.
Great, thank you. Next question would be, is there any opportunity, or will you be purchasing any switchgear, lighting, or other related electrical materials in future opportunities?
Yes, we do pre-purchase BMS units, like switchgear type of products.
Okay. So again, best option if they're not already, go to and get pre-qualified, with Javi and go that way.
Exactly.
So for some of the larger projects, are there language access or multilingual community engagement requirements built into the contract? And is that a scope that would be handled through AECOM Tishman directly, or is that something you might sub out if that's a requirement?
I haven't seen the need for any type of translating firms at the moment. Not to say that that's something we won't look to utilize if needed, but at this to date, I haven't seen anything like that.
Okay. So it's kind of broad, so I'm sure it depends on the project as well. But what are the typical insurance requirements? I'm assuming that probably depends on the trade, the project.
Yeah, it's a variety. We usually send out a sample COI. We send it to the subcontractor supplier. They fill it out, and if there's something missing, we'll reach out to them until we get it. And I understand there are some times where you're a new company, you might not have insurance yet. We work with you to make it work.
Great. Are there any contracting opportunities for construction safety education companies?
Construction safety education companies. I don't know. When it comes to that type of stuff, we do have safety teams, construction safety, education.
I've
I
never, I've never
never
heard
come.
of it. I would just need to know more about it, I feel like.
That's maybe OSHA courses and things like that. Maybe from time to time, but that's not something we regularly employ.
Okay. Is when it comes up a lot. Will you have a need for professional services, owners, reps, project management, branding, graphic design, publication, any type of those coming up in the near future?
I'm sure we will.
No. So again, yeah,
I can't pinpoint the area where but yeah, those type of opportunities do come up from time to time.
Yep. So again, best suggestion is if you're not already, register with AECOM as an interested vendor and get pre-qualified, and you'll get those opportunities as they arise. So
exactly.
Right. And so again, that we have multiple questions on different scopes of work and industry. So I'm just going to say basically that will apply to all of those regardless. Your best bet again is getting pre-qualified and getting on that list with Hobby. Let me just check one last thing. So one of the questions, and I'll be happy to answer this, how do small businesses starting out in government contracting gain working capital to align with more opportunities to build past performance? And again, through our ESD small business program, we do have a number of programs with access to capital, some of that being contract financing, as well as charity bonding assistance. So again, we'll put those links up at the end, but that's a great first resource to go to. Let me go to the live Q&A. All right, so typically, what are the payment terms for your MWB contractors working on projects?
We are a paid when paid contractor. If there's special provisions by the client, and similar to what we had at Terminal 1, we gladly pay anybody as soon as we can. We don't have any issues with that. But on our normal projects, where our private projects, we're paid when paid.
Thank you.
But please don't get the wrong idea. Payment is normally a quick turnaround.
Got it. So this person, their business is registered with both Trade App and Aveda. Is there a process to schedule a one-on-one to review capabilities and next steps? Is that something they might want to reach out to you, Javi, if maybe they want to expand upon what they initially submitted? How would they go about that?
They can always reach out to me directly, and we can schedule a call, or we can just do it through email. They can give me an explanation of the capabilities and what they're looking to get, and from that point, I move it on to the project teams, and if they're a good fit into a package that we need, we'll reach out to them.
Great. Let's go into a lot of obviously repeats, so everyone's got some of the same questions in mind. There's a new one for me. So person is a filing representative. They're looking for opportunities to provide filing for permits and approval. Is that typically part of something AECOM Tishman subs out, or is that handled internally?
We typically, that's normally on the early onset of the project. I mean, the expediters could work with numerous trade contractors. Doesn't have to just be in Tishman. So, but yeah, that's something we do early on in the project. You definitely want to, reach out to our project teams about that type of stuff, by expediting processes and things like that. But today's primary focus is really on trade contracts. on the trade contractors.
Gotcha. So like some of the large projects like the JFK Terminal 1, was that typically, or was that awarded to a single prime, or is it multiple, electricians, or is it just kind of one prime and then they award to further subcontractors?
No, that project was very large, so we had to unbundle a lot of the trade scopes to
Okay.
accommodate the project of that size.
Gotcha. Question is for suppliers and vendors, is the pre-qual application the same? I'm sure there's probably some differences if you want to.
Yeah, so the supplier consulting application is going to be a little less information. We're not going to request certain things. But at the same time, there are cases where some companies aren't going to have the information. They just reach out to me. We work through it. Once you submit, me and Carmen will review it and we'll reach out to you for anything that we might need.
Okay. Oh, here's a good question. I think I know we've talked about this offline. Someone's looking for opportunities for, architectural and engineering. Who would be the best contact for that?
It'll be Elizabeth Velez and her team and Gensler. We've been awarded the construction of the project, not the design side.
Gotcha. If there is, someone's looking for future opportunities for A&E, is there someone at AECOM Tishman, or I think maybe you mentioned AECOM USA for something like that?
Yes, there's our counterpart at AECOM Design. AECOM USA is Doreen Tavares. They handle more design and architectural and engineering works.
Gotcha. Perfect. Thank you. So typically, in one of these large scale projects, this person's a landscape company. Around what stage do you start bringing in the landscapers, or is that a project dependent timeline as well?
Yeah, it's project timeline. I can answer that question, and that's not a one size fits all.
Gotcha.
Type answer. I mean, sometimes you have site work that's early on, and sometimes you have the beautification of the project, which comes a little later. So depends.
Gotcha. All right. I think that covers most of the Q&A here. If anyone has any last minute Q&A, please go ahead and put that in, and we'll make sure we get to them. All right. And I'll pass it back to Daniela to just go over some last minute ESD announcements.
Thank you so much. So I'm going to stop sharing the slide. So if you haven't already taken this information down, please do. I'll give you a moment. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. Okay. So before we close for today, I'm going to share again some additional events that are coming up on our end. So tomorrow we have another Bid Ready webinar. Please join us. There's going to be some great information shared by Surety Bond Associates on how surety companies use financial statements and work in progress reports. So let me paste this into the chat for you all. This is our webpage where you can sign up for this webinar. The additional ones in September will be up shortly. And then you'll also find information where you can sign up for pop-up series events in addition to additional resources, which I will go over. So again, in September, we will have McKissick and McKissick come on to talk about Metro Park. September 9th, Rodriguez Construction Group will join us to speak about a couple of things that they're working on. Surety Bond Associates will come on September 23rd again. So they're doing a series for us. So this will be another event that they do where they discuss financial management and New York State contractor financing program. We have a pop-up series where we do in-person events. Registration is required for this. So the next one will be in North Country on September 9th, and then on the 15th in Western New York. You can find information for that as well on our webpage. Next week, we have an event called Chips and Bricks. This is going to be in Syracuse at Drumlin's Country Club. It's going to be from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Registration is required. Please join us. There's going to be a lot of wonderful opportunities for you to discuss and meet one-on-one with organizations such as Bechtel, DOT, Gilbane, and some others. So please join us if you are in the area. So some additional resources, we shared these at the beginning, but just for your information, please take advantage of these programs. We have the Capital Access Program, which is a loan loss portfolio insurance program designed to increase financing opportunities. SSBCI provided $6.4 million in matching funds to financial institutions for loan loss reserves as an incentive to increase small business lending. ESD also has entrepreneurship assistance centers, or EACs, that are located throughout the state that provide instruction, training, technical assistance, and support services. We also have small business development centers that provide no-cost, confidential, one-on-one business advisement, training, and research. There is a manufacturing extension program which focuses on small and mid-sized manufacturers. They provide growth and innovation services, and they help create and retain jobs, increase profits, save time and money. And then finally, GoSemi. This is the Governor's Office on Semiconductor Expansion, Management, and Integration. They're part of the Bid Ready initiative. They are also a co-host of the Chips and Bricks event next week. So there's a lot of development happening in Central New York that Chips and Bricks is going to highlight. They're highlighting the many projects that are underway. So please join us next week and stay tuned to the Bid Ready series as we highlight these projects here as well. Stay in the loop. So if you go onto our webpage, we have pre-recorded webinars. So this webinar, in addition to the ones that we've done previously, are available on our webpage and on our YouTube channel. Feel free to email us if you have any questions at bidready@esd.newyork.gov, and stay tuned for more live events. All right, thank you so much for joining us